guys, so firstly, it's such a testing time for the world at the moment, but I hope everyone is doing okay. I just want to say that with everything going on at the moment, the best thing we could probably do is to stay positive and kind to each other. Continue to do things that we would normally do, look after our family members, our friends. But one thing I want to ask is please, please, please self-quarantine as much as you can, because the worst thing we can actually do is ignore the warnings and continue like this isn't actually serious. Try not to attend mass gatherings and social interactions. Stick to FaceTime, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook streams and everything. I think COVID-19 is a fucking vile virus, and without us working together, we're not going to be able to beat it. So with my rant out of the way, with me working from home for the foreseeable future, I thought what better way than now to start the new Geeky Guy Comics video playlist, Who Is. Now, these videos are going to let you know the facts about certain comic book characters, who they are, where they came from, what superpowers they have, if they actually have any, and anything else interesting that you might want to know about who's who in the comic universe. Firstly, I just want to give a massive shout out, because if you're watching this video, then it's clear that you have found Geeky Guy Comics on YouTube. So massive well done for that. It's clear that you know where the place to be is at, and you are now officially part of the Geeky Guy Comics squad. Here's a virtual high five for that. Secondly, don't forget to hit that notification button so you are the first one to know when a video drops. And as always, make sure you subscribe, like and share. Also, feel free to check me out on all other social platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. If MySpace is still floating around, I'm probably on there. I'm such a social butterfly. I do the videos just for you, and I just want to talk to you guys, so check me out. Now, as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #4 came out yesterday, I thought, why not do a video venture, start this new video venture with the yellow bandana wearing 5th Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Jennika. Now, she's the only female in the... Actually, hold on, I don't know if I can say female because she's a turtle, so I don't really know how that works, but I'm going to go with it anyway. She's a female turtle, she's #5. But also, just a side note to you hardcore turtle fans out there, you're probably going to correct me and say that she's actually the 6th, but in the IDW comic world, she's actually the 5th. But don't worry, I haven't actually forgot Venus de Milo, because I'm a massive fan as well, but it's just not about her. So although she wasn't a major player in 2015, Jennika kind of made her first appearance in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 51. But it was in 95 that was the massive seller. Had Jennika, she was on the final page splash, receiving a blood transfusion from Leonardo. Obviously in issue 96 it was her first full appearance as a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and so it began. But like me, little did fans know that she would be elevated to the role of a Ninja Turtle. But you know, that's kind of what makes comic collecting fun, ain't it? So here we go, sit back and relax. Jennika she was a Foot assassin and a loyal member of the Foot clan rather than a loyal member to Shredder. Now in the IDW comic books, Foot assassins are members of the Foot clan that are specifically trained and designated for covert murder, as opposed to the general like espionage type of things. So to start off with, as a young girl, she was forced out of her home to like live on the streets because she kind of ran in and her dad was beating her mum, and she didn't really want to get involved in that. But she ended up getting hooked up with a young man who kind of pulled her into the life of petty robbery, crime and everything, which ultimately led to her being imprisoned due to a murder that she didn't commit, but she was actually arrested as an accessory to murder. It was in prison that it was her first actual encounter with a Foot clan member, because this took place in prison, where she met a clan member who defended her from other convicts and became like her best friend. The woman kind of trained Jennika in as a secret, and they plotted to escape the prison, but Jennika's friend was killed by another inmate as they literally just got out of prison. So upon her escape, she kind of found her way to the Foot and became one of their numbers, and she used her newfound skills to actually find out who the woman was and actually killed her. So she's already kind of different to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that we know. But after Shredder's death, she distrusted the new leader following his death and questioned why this rat was fit to lead. She was kind of convinced that the weakening of the Foot clan was due to his unwillingness and his hesitation to not kill, and she kind of believed that the quick and deadly actions were actually necessary to remain supreme within the Foot clan. So as a result, she secretly associated herself with another tribe and another guy called Darius Dunn and the Street Phantoms. And it's when the Phantoms attacked the Foot clan that Jennika kind of attempted to kill Splinter in single combat, but obviously she died. She defeated that. Bumped him quickly. After Splinter humbled her, realised there was a way, she kind of got her foot, she kind of fell on the side of the foot leader, and then she kind of realised that Splinter, even though he didn't penalise her for his disloyalty, she had to regain his faithfulness in her service. So he assigned her to the Tomb of the Shredder, which she kind of did faithfully, and that was until she was attacked by Kit's son and Alapex, I think it is. But it was during that invasion, it was confirmed that Splinter had selected her as his new chunning, but however, she was still very impulsive and didn't really know much about anything, so she still needed his guidance. And it was then Splinter plans to kill Commander Zom, eventually arranging the Turtles' escape from the Foot Clan headquarters in order to stop him. She wasn't penalised for this at all, but after the invasion, she was instead sent out by Splinter to protect the one and only Casey Jones. How exciting is that? And it's obviously where these two met and spent time together that they developed feelings for one another, and you'll see in Jennika #1 how that pans out. So obviously after the Turtles brought a number of orphan children to the Foot Clan, it was up to Jennika to help care for them. And when Karai returned from Japan, Splinter was more than willing to concede the leadership of the Foot to her if it weren't for her insistence that the children be trained as soldiers. Now kind of Jennika came to Splinter's aid as negotiations failed, and Karai was denied the gauntlet, and when she attempted to reclaim the leadership of the Foot having failed, Karai kind of declared war on everything and anyone who was with Splinter, which was obviously the Turtles and Jennika. So a short while later, Karai reached out to Jennika for a truce, but when Karai attempted to do this, Jennika refused. And having fully expected this possibility, Karai stabbed her as the first act in her new form to retake the Foot from Splinter. So obviously this is where we see her at the end of 95, where she gets stabbed. Now in a desperate attempt to save her life, the Clan Hamoto and his allies, Harold, Legers, I think they take her to the laboratory, and I think it's there that Harold, Libby and Lindsay attempt to save her life by using the ooze to heal her. But however, the vial of ooze actually shattered during a firefight when the Earth Protection Force and Metalhead attacked. So seeing no other option and with the time running out, it was up to the one and only Donatello to have Leonardo transfer his blood to her in aid of her recovery. Now it had optimal effect, but it also mutated her into the turtle that she is today. So obviously she's not aware of this. She wakes up fully mutated, it's fully completed, and initially Jennika was confused about the changes that she'd undergone, but Donatello confirmed what had happened and explained what was going on as they made their way to Brooklyn Bridge's home of the shelter. Escorted by the Purple Dragons, now after repelling the attack from Karai's assassins there, Jennika reconciled with Casey, who kind of put away all his her and everything that he didn't like her and everything, and he kind of regained her trust in her after he see her save her friends. Now as you can see, that was a full-on start to finish twist and turns in-depth look at Jennika, but we're not done yet, okay? So let's just sit back, take a chill pill and look at what powers and abilities the actual ninja in yellow possessive. And while we're on the matter of fact, don't forget to subscribe, like and share and hit that notification button. So anyway, ninjutsu. Jennika is well versed in ninjutsu, including not only hand-to-hand and armed combat, but stealth, espionage, escape and much more. Unlike the other turtles, she was trained specifically for the purpose of assassination. So on more than one occasion, she's actually killed people where she probably shouldn't have done. She's athletic, she's well versed like the other turtles, but she's incredibly nimble and boasts athletic strengths, probably far beyond any most trained athletic people out there. Now obviously she's a mutant turtle, and as a mutant turtle she has advantages and also disadvantages. With being a bipedal turtle of humanoid size and stature, more prominent is her shell because it's probably where it's been formed by nature, but also in a lab. She's going to be harder wearing than the rest of the turtles, but only time will tell and we will find out. So guys, there we have it. It was not that long a video, but if you stayed with me through the whole thing, it was worth it, right? Yeah, come on, comment in the sections below and let me know. Hit that notification button and don't forget to subscribe, like and share. It's been great as always. Stay safe and keep doing what you're doing. Check out Geeky Guy Comics on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. And as always, I'll check you later.